All right, I've never heard of this one either.
Okay.
I mean, I know that there's a day in between the...
What, second day?
Yes. Anyway, what is Holy Saturday?
Yeah, so like you alluded to, it's the time between Jesus' death and resurrection.
Yep.
Second day.
Yeah,
But to also remember that it's occurring on a Sabbath day.
Okay.
So Jesus' followers would not have been able to go to the tomb on that day. So they would not have been able to visit the tomb. They would not have been able to come to the tomb and mourn the fact that mourn his death at the tomb.
They're not allowed to cry?
Well, they can cry, but they can't go to the tomb to do it.
They can't walk anywhere?
There's all at this point. There's so many restrictions, not just from the Mosaic law, but from all the laws that have been created by the Pharisees at this time. And so there was it just got crazy.
Okay.
Like it talked about how many steps you could take and all this kind of it was wild.
Wow.
And so
were they tracking everyone's Fitbits?
I mean, it might as well have been. And so for us today, then it really becomes a point of just reflection on the cross.
Okay.
And some people will even take it as like a day of silence, because of the idea of the silence between the death and the resurrection. So they'll take this focus of just being silent, meditating, reflecting on the fact that Jesus did die. And it's kind of like this tension-filled day because we know he rises the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But
and
they didn't.
They would not have.
So they were just sad the whole time.
Sure, they would have been absolutely just distraught.
Did he tell most of the people that hung out with him that he was supposed to come back to life?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, he prophesied it 3 different times to his followers.
Okay.
Letting them know, hey, I'm going to die, but on the 3rd day, I'll rise.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were aware, but I think they had a hard time grasping the fact that would actually happen.
So they were counting the days.
Yeah, and I think some of them had even given up hope, to be honest with you, that was really the case. Because death just seemed so final.
Mm-hmm.
And it says in one of the Gospels, actually, that it was only after they saw Jesus and the empty tomb that it was brought back to their remembrance that he had said that he was going to die and come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if someone said that to me, I would dismiss it in my head and not remember that they said that.
Yeah, probably so. Because it sounds crazy.
Are there any... I assume that there's no special services or anything during this day because it's a day of supposed to shut up and do nothing.
Yeah, so for most congregations, that's the case. There's nothing going on service-wise. Now, some churches, what they'll do is they'll have the church doors open where you can go into the sanctuary and just sit in silence and pray, and you can have a time of just reflection and on the cross and that kind of thing.
Pretend like he's never coming back?
Well, you don't have to pretend he's never coming back, but you can take the seriousness of the fact that he did die and reflect on that further than just on Good Friday. And so some churches will have their sanctuaries open and available just to come sit and be in silence there.